Alizhan Muratov has been the most requested opponent for Devin Larratt on the left, and he is addressing the situation here, kind of throwing some shade on Devin Larratt. He's basically reading a comment saying that Devin was changing the date for Vitaly to avoid him so that Vitaly will face Levon first, and he's doing everything he can to avoid actually facing Vitaly. Meanwhile, he wants to face an injured Morozov, and Alizhan basically was agreeing to that comment. He said, yes, he's many times already trying to avoid Vitaly, basically changing the date. He says with Vitaly, they still haven't fought, it seems like, and he seems to think it's unlikely that they're going to compete in April. There could be some cancellation to where that match would not happen. I would not be surprised, he says. He basically is accusing Devin of ducking Vitaly here, which is kind of crazy considering all Vitaly had to do was show up to the embassy to get a visa to go to the event at the Shaw Classic when the venue changed, which clearly was not Devin's fault that the venue changed if you were following that situation closely whatsoever, which I have been following pretty closely, I would say. And not only that, but Devin, after Vitaly destroyed Jerry Carteret, obviously Vitaly called out Levon, but Devin was saying, let's face in September. I still want to face Vitaly. Vitaly basically seemed open to that here, at least. He says, no problem. Devin says, let's face in September. That'll give you plenty of time after competing against Levon in February. Vitaly says, no problem. But then I think a week or two later, the league said that, okay, we can do April, and then they hopped on a podcast together with Devin and Vitaly, if you guys remember that, and they both agreed to April being the date for them to face. So that's why I don't really get this whole narrative that the Easterners are saying Devin is just completely ducking Vitaly. Just doesn't seem to be the case. You can tell how eager Devin is for that match. But in this video, Alizhan goes on to say, let's meet at 115 kilograms, Devin Larratt. So he says he weighs around 105, so he's going to like kind of gain some weight into the weight class. But Devin has already accepted here on a Instagram post. Devin said, I would face you February 28th with the league's consent. I am in. So let's hope that does happen. But will it be at 115 is the question. Is that going to throw off Devin's Devin's going to want to be huge for April to face Vitaly, I'm pretty sure. So cutting to 250-something pounds may not be hugely ideal like 2 months before. Meanwhile, Vitaly is going to be facing Levon. But let me know what you guys think about Alizhan's comments there.